Hey, what's up, guys? This is Tonal here. We got a new Pokemon team that I made, Pokemon Showdown, about a couple days ago, and I'm going to be using this Pokemon Gallade, which has seen zero results and zero actually entries into any competitive Pokemon format for VGC. Um, I've not seen a single person run this Pokemon just because it's outclassed by other justified Pokemon such as um, Arcanine and stuff like that. So today we're going to be using this Pokemon that is almost never seen in VGC to try to destroy people in VGC. Um, and so today I'm going to be running a Justify, Drain Punch, Protect, Ice Punch, Cycle Cut moveset with max speed and max attack. And the idea behind this is that um, Gallade will get set up with +4 because of Whimsicott, and then he'll just sweep through the entire opponent's team. And so for that, we have Whimsicott as a supporting leading support to get with beat up to give it its +4 in attack, which is necessary to beat bulkier Pokemon like Hatterene, Snorlax, um, also Conkeldurr. Um, we also have Dragapult to set up screens and to get rid of and Thunderbolt to get rid of pesky water types because I've noticed that Gallade has somewhat struggle of getting rid of bulky water types such as Lapras, um, as well as like Conkeldurr and Snorlax just answer Trick Room and sweep inside of Trick Room. And then we have Incineroar, which is just an overall decent Pokemon, great stats. It also has the Intimidate ability, which will help against some physical attackers, like Conkeldurr as well. So we're gonna go into some games, and hopefully we can set up the Glade and get some nice easy sweeps against our opponents. Um, but okay, so this guy, he has a similar strategy to me. Lucario also has the ability Justify. So um, we could either do he could either go his Trick Room mode or he could do his Justify Lucario. So to counteract that, I am going to go Incineroar and fake out his Whimsicott if he does do Incineroar, fake out his Whimsicott. And then I'm going to bring, um, this is probably untraditional, but I'm going to bring Conkeldurr in the lead first against this team, as well as have Gallade in the back. And and since, we're going for Gallade sweep, I'll go ahead and bring Whimsicott the next game. But just to make sure, because of the Avalog, we're going to bring the Snorlax because it just completely sweeps for this guy's entire team. So he is going for Whimsicott Lucario. So the Intimidate is very helpful, as well as that I can fake out his Whimsicott. Um, and then I can Drain Punch his Lucario. And what that'll do is that should get him about half, I'm pretty sure, if this is a bulkier set. But it won't let him set up +4 in attack. So we're just gonna see what happens. Okay, so he lost 1 in attack, but he also gained 1 in attack, as well as I'm pretty sure now Flare Blitz should kill Whimsicott, as well as Mach Punch should kill the Lucario. So yes, Mach Punch does kill Lucario because of the Guts ability, and as well as Whimsicott is now KO'd because of Flare Blitz. So we are in a great lead here. Um, Depending if he brings like Ludicolo, that could be a problem, as well as Reuniclus. Um, so here he has Dragapult and Reuniclus. So um, what I'm going to do here is that these are both special attackers. So Incineroar is completely useless now. So let's just get some nice chip on the Reuniclus, because as well as he wasted his Dynamax. And then we'll do here is we'll Thunder Punch into the Reuniclus just to get damage on it, because it's more of a threat than the Dragapult at the moment. Uh, but he probably will go for like Psychic Fangs and Psychic or something like that. So we take out the Reuniclus with Incineroar, and now it is a 3-1. And so what we'll do here is I'll just send out the Glade, and then I'll U-turn into Dragapult while Dynamaxing, and then Max Hellstorm into Dragapult as well, and that's game. So unfortunately, This was a Scarf Dragapult, hence why it did Psychic Fang against my Dark type. Um, but I mean, Gallade didn't get a sweep, but it still was a decent Pokemon, even though pretty much Conkeldurr and Incineroar swept right through this team. So we have this team. He has it looks like a Trick Room team with Raichu support and DD support, and Gyarados is a sweeper outside of Trick Room. So this is probably a bulky Gyarados with a fast Raichu, a highly offensive Conkeldurr with Trick Room uh, Dragapult. I mean, sorry, not Trick Room Dusclops. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and just do Glade Whimsicott right in front of probably his Dusclops. So if Dusclops does go up, we're gonna bring Snorlax in the back, as well as the Dragapult, because Dragapult does really well here. Okay, so he went Indeedee, Grimmsnarl. So what we could do here is, okay, so it's Frisk Grimmsnarl, so it's not even Prankster Grimmsnarl. So what we can do here is Prankster no longer works because of Psychic Terrain. So what we can do is I can do um, Max Knuckle into. Oh, he just forfeit. Never mind. All right. Guess Glade just scared him so bad. Um, but what I could have done is I could have Max Knuckled into the Grimmsnarl, giving myself +5 attack at the end of the turn instead of +4. Um, but this one he has a fake up highly offensive pressure. He has Dynamax Alcremie here as well. So this is another great lead for Gallade Whimsicott against this team, as well as because he has Toxicity in the back. We're going to bring Incineroar, as well as we're going to bring the Snorlax because of Pokemon like Corviknight, who are extremely bulky Pokemon. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to max Mindstorm into Toxicity, as well as beat up into our Gallade. And so that should KO whatever Pokemon comes in that slot, especially if it's this frail Dragapult, because he has really low defenses. So we are now at +4 attack. And yeah, we one-shot Dragapult easily. As we see Decorate from Alcremie, which didn't work at all because he was trying to target his team. So what we can do here now is, since he has Corviknight, we can Hailstorm into Corviknight, as well as we can Tailwind, make sure we outspeed the opponent. As his Alcremie is completely useless because it's locked into Decorate. I'm assuming it's locked into Scarf Decorate. So Toxicity comes back out here. We just Mindstorm again into Toxicity, as well as we can either beat up again, or he just forfeits. So boom, we just got ourselves another Gallade Sleep. So we just got another sweep. After he lost his Corviknight and Dragapult, he had nothing left to do. This one is a Durant Trick Room team with Excadrill and Durant outside Trick Room. So he has 2 modes, and what we can do here is we can let Trick Room go up, but most likely what he's going to do is he's going to go Leopard with like Reuniclus or Durant or something. So the best thing we can do here is make sure Trick Room doesn't go up. So probably the best way to do that is we're gonna have to go probably Conkeldurr and Incineroar just to cancel out Trick Room. That's if and hopefully he does go Reuniclus and Leopard. Meanwhile, we'll bring Glade in the back in case something happens, as well as Snorlax. Okay, so he does bring what I said he was gonna bring. So Reuniclus is going to try to set up Trick Room here, and so the best thing we can do for here is we can get he's gonna either Psychic into Fake Out, or he's just gonna go ahead and straight Trick Room. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually switch to Snorlax, as well as to Fake Out the Reuniclus, and hopefully not get Trick Room up. Okay, so he's going for offensive Reuniclus with Max Guard. Into Copycat, okay. So the reason we fake out there is because Copycat will take the last move. So that worked. Shutting down his Trick Room team. So then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna Belly Drum into Darkest Lariat into the Reuniclus as he goes for Yawn on Snorlax. Okay. So there's no point G-maxing Snorlax here because he's just gonna fall asleep. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna Body Slam into the Reuniclus, taking out his Dynamax Pokemon, as well as pivoting with U-turn to getting Conkeldurr back. So this should theoretically kill Reuniclus. I'm pretty sure it's a damage roll. I think it's like a 30% chance that we kill him. Well, we're waiting for our opponent to move. He goes Protect with probably Max Mindstorm, but his Reuniclus dies anyways. So it looks like this is a supporty stall set. So what we can do here is now we can just click high horsepower into Conkeldurr, as well as we can U-turn out of here again because he protected. And then what we can do is we can bring in Gallade to beat the Conkeldurr. So then what we'll do here is just high horsepower again into Conkeldurr, as well as Psycho Cut into Conkeldurr because it's more of a threat, and Larpard is just a support Pokemon, so it's almost completely useless now. Saying that the Reuniclus is dead. So Snorlax will go down here, as I expected. While Conkeldurr still is alive, we can bring back an Incineroar, and what we can do is we can fake out the Conkeldurr, and then we can Dynamax into Max Knuckle onto Larpard. And that should take out both Pokemon. And then he's pretty much completely useless as he probably has Excadrill in the back because he didn't go for Trick Room. Or he probably has the Durant. But I'm pretty sure he has Excadrill in the back as he locked into, or as he's doing Snarl. So Larpard's dead. We have +1, +2 in attack now. Because he went for Snarl, we got Justify bonus. And he brings in Braviary. So this is a easy win as we just max Hellstorm into Braviary, and that's good games. That's GG. Just go ahead and tell him. And GG. But yeah, overall, I think this team is decent. It could have some tweaks. It gets shut down pretty hard by Indeedee and Hatterene at sometimes depending on the set. As well as Prankster Grimmsnarl and Prankster Whimsicott, stuff like that, also shuts down this team sometimes. Eject button is a very difficult thing to get around with this, as it's pretty obvious which Pokemon you're going to Dynamax. So it loses the hint of surprise. But either way, the Gallade sweep, we got one, and it was very, very easily done. And my opponent played decently well, but he made a vital mistake of not bringing anything to answer Gallade significantly well. And I think the reason is because Gallade is so underused. No one expects it coming. They're expecting Lucario. So it gets a nice, easy change of tempo and a nice surprise factor against your opponent. So they don't know what your Gallade is packing. So because it doesn't run standard sets. So either way, I think this team's pretty decent. It only took me a couple minutes to make. If I had to make any more adjustments, I would probably get rid of the Dragapult because I don't use it as well, use it as much, and I'd probably exchange out for maybe Raichu or another fast electric type, or maybe like Toxtricity or something. But either way, this team is still really